Hello and welcome. We are learning AWS Auto Scaling, and today we are going to talk about auto scaling timers. During our auto scaling group configuration, we have to set up three types of different timers. And these timers are actually playing crucial role for scale out and scale in. And that's why we need to learn this. It is possible that they may ask you question about these timers in exam or even in the interview. So take extra care to understand all these timers. Now let's start with the mind map. The first timer we have is known as warm-up time. I have 5 points that you need to understand about the warm-up time. I'm also going to show you from where we are getting this option about the warm-up time in the auto scaling configuration. This is a period. This is the period needed for the new instance to initialize and be ready to start handling requests after it has been launched. When we are going to scale out, right? When auto scaling will increase number of EC2 instances, it is going to create new instance. Okay, and now the instance will take some time to be ready. So warm-up time is actually providing this time to your newly created EC2 instance, and it is needed. Okay, then we are going to count this particular instance into the auto scaling group. During the warm-up time, the instance is considered to be in service, but its metrics are not counted towards the aggregate group metric for auto scaling group decision. As you know that when we are using dynamic scaling policies, this policy is totally dependent on the metrics. Metric means CPU, average CPU utilization or bytes in and out. Based on this, it is actually taking a decision of scale out and scale in. So just imagine that you just added the new instance and you are counting CPU utilization of this instance. It is not worth, right? So in this case, we are giving some time to the instance, okay, and then we are counting this particular instance into the auto scaling group. This helps you to provide premature scaling decision while the instance is not ready, not yet fully operational. We can configure warm-up time with the dynamic scaling policies, step scaling and target tracking. Now this is the most important point, guys, that you need to understand. First of all, there is no need of warm-up time if you are going to use manual scaling or schedule scaling, because for manual scaling and schedule scaling, we are not using any metrics. So basically, when we are setting up dynamic policy for automatic scaling, we are using metrics. So warm-up time is only useful when you are going to set up dynamic policy, dynamic scaling policy, and specifically when you are going to set up step policy and target tracking. Now let's find out from where we are getting this particular option. Default value is optional. If you want to use this, you can, otherwise no need to worry. Okay, so let's find out this. You will get warm-up option into the two main place. Okay, one is go to the automatic scaling, go to the create dynamic policy. Okay, we are not going to get it with the simple scaling, but if you are going to set up step scaling, say this is instance warm-up, and here I can provide time over here into the seconds. It is completely optional. If you want to set up, you can. Same way you are going to get it with the target tracking scaling as well. Okay, here you can set up for per policy, but if you want to set up default instance warm-up time, you can also do this. How? I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to the details. Here I'm going to advanced configuration and say this is default instance warm-up. I'm going to enable this. It means I want default instance warm-up time, and let's say that I'm going to set up 200 over here. So this will be the default value. Okay. Now if I'm going to the auto scaling and going to create dynamic scaling policy, see I got this 200. Definitely I can override this, but it is recommended to set up default timer for warm up, and when you are going to set up target tracking or step scaling, okay, you can also override this option from here. Okay, so this is all about warm up time. The second option we have is known as cool down period. You will get this cool down period from, again, go to the details, right, scroll down, go to the advanced configuration, and here we have cool down. By default it is a 300 seconds. So let's discuss about this and what is the effect of this. After scaling activity, it can be scale out or scale in. The cool down period is mandatory wait time before another scaling activity can start. See, when you are going to set up scale out, right, when the scale out will trigger, it will create new EC2 instance. The EC2 instance will come into your auto scaling group. It will take some time. And we don't want that this scale out trigger again and again. So we want some time before scale in or scale out trigger, and this time you can set up using the cool down period. The period allows the system to be stabilized at its new size. During the cool down, auto scaling does not initiate additional scaling activities. Cool down period helps to prevent excessive scaling actions to respond to the temporary spikes or dips in a usage. Default value is 300 seconds. If you want to change it, you can change it from here as well. Okay. Now let's talk about the third timer known as health check grace period. From where you are going to get it, click on cancel, go to the details, and here you have this health check option, and this is our health check grace period. Okay. This is the amount of time that auto scaling waits before performing health checks on the new instance. Just imagine that you have started the instance and health check is going to perform the health check over there, but the application is actually installing over there, so it will take some time. Okay, so with the help of health grace period, we are informing auto scaling group that wait for a specific amount of time and then perform the health check. The grace period starts when the instance enters into the in-service state. This delay allows applications that require additional startup time beyond the OS boot time and fully initialize before being declared unhealthy. This prevents auto scaling from terminating the instances that are actually healthy but just needed more time to start. So you are informing auto scaling group, do not perform health check immediately, okay, and wait for a while, and you are specifying time with the grace period. Default value is 300 seconds. Now you got the idea, but if I am going to explain you one real-time scenario, it will be very easy for you to understand this, and you will get idea about all of these three timers. So this particular exercise will help you to understand all these three timers. Okay, it is according to as per the exam. So let's talk about this. Hi, I am Bhavesh Atara from CloudFolks HUB. To watch full video, please visit our website or CloudFolks HUB Android and iOS app. We are going to upload full video daily on our portal. You can visit our portal and you can enroll to our 100 days challenge course. Right now, for first 1000 students, for India, it is just 499 rupees fees, and for abroad, you just need to pay only 7 USD. We are going to upload daily full videos over there, and this challenge will be continued for 240 days. Thank you very much. See you inside the app. Goodbye.